Meditation on Disidentification. This disidentification exercise meditation is designed to go with the Yoga Sutras of Pantanjali series, Book 1, Sutra 3, but can be used at any time with any of the courses in the Peaceful Self-Process series. And before you begin the meditation, make sure you're in a quiet place where you will not be interrupted, and have something ready to write with during and after if you need to make some notes. Begin this meditation by asking yourself the following question. Who am I? Just observe whatever comes into your mind when you first attempt to answer this question. Who am I? And now begin by considering who you are in connection to your physical body. There are all kinds of aspects of your physical body, from the exterior of your physical body having to do with the various body parts to the interior parts having to do with different organs and the different systems such as circulatory nervous systems. Just take a moment to reflect on the exterior and interior parts of your physical body. Begin to reflect on your physical environment. You can start with the room that you're in. If need be, look around you and just observe your living space. You might also want to notice some of the objects that are in the room, or maybe even objects that are stored in your closet. Just spend some time thinking about your material world and the space you live in. Notice what kinds of objects represent you in this material space and world. Then consider the world around the place that you are sitting in. The neighborhood, the town, the community. Just get a sense in your mind of the external outside world that you reside in. Might even want to contemplate a little further outside your immediate external world and think about other worlds that are nearby or even far away, and what kinds of material objects exist in those worlds. And as you're thinking about the world around you, think about the nature around you, whether you're in a city or whether you're outdoors immersed in nature. Get a sense of your external environment and world. And as you contemplate this world of both your physical body, internal and external, and your outside material world and possessions, ask yourself the question again, who am I? Are you just your body? Are you just the external objects of your world? Or are you something much, much more? Then say to yourself, I have a body. I have material possessions. I live in an external material environment. But I, as my essential self, am none of these. Because who I am is essentially the spiritual self. And I, as the peaceful self, come from that peaceful self to attune and heal and vitalize the physical body that I reside within. I, as the peaceful self, use all my material possessions wisely for myself and the greater good. And I, as the peaceful self, take care of all of nature around me for the good of myself and the benefit of all. I am the peaceful self. Now let's go to another level and consider your emotions. These emotions fluctuate, going from happy to afraid to angry to silly to whatever emotions arise. And just contemplate for a moment how many emotions you may experience throughout a day, throughout a month, throughout a year. Then consider the emotions of the people around you and how those various emotions are impacting you throughout your day and throughout the various aspects of your life. All these different emotional states, from confident to sad to happy to afraid to mad to loving, all these different emotional states impact you. So here are all these emotions within you, around you, outside of you, impacting you each and every day. And considering this, ask yourself the question again, who am I? Then consider, I have these emotions. Other people have these emotions. My emotions impact others, and their emotions impact me. But despite all of this, who am I? I am the spiritual essence. I am the peaceful self. And as that peaceful self, I can learn to work more effectively to understand my emotions, to understand the emotions of others, and to harmonize these emotions in effective ways so these emotions allow for greater unity and harmony and skillful means. I am the peaceful self. Now let's move on to your thoughts. Just begin to consider the different kinds of thoughts you have throughout the day, throughout your life, and how they can vary in so many different ways. How they can be focused, how they can be multifaceted, how they can even be conflicted. Just take a moment and consider all the various thoughts that you have. Now consider the thoughts of others. Imagine how those thoughts are impacting you constantly. Through emails, through cell phone calls, through the ethers, through people's ideas and thoughts, through the discussions that people have with you, through the debates that they may have, by talking, by listening, by not listening, by making agreements, by trying to influence you, by feeling happy or sad with those thoughts. Thoughts are impacting you from other people in all ways, every moment of every day. And then consider once again, who am I? In regard to thoughts you may be having, the thoughts others may be having, and how those thoughts are impacting you. Who am I? Then consider once again, yes, I have these thoughts. Others have these thoughts. My thoughts impact others, and others' thoughts impact me. But despite all these thoughts, who am I? Then come back to center and realize that though you have these thoughts, you are not these thoughts. Who are you? Say to yourself, I am the peaceful self. And as the peaceful self, I can choose which thoughts I wish to think. I can choose healthy, inclusive, healing, harmonizing thoughts. And as the peaceful self, I can discern amongst the thoughts of others. I can know which thoughts are mine, which thoughts are theirs, and I can work harmoniously with the thoughts of others, seeing them clearly, sensing them realistically, helping others to become more inclusive and harmonious in their thinking. I am the peaceful self. Yes, as the peaceful self, I have a body, physical possessions. I live in a physical world, but I can become the master of these worlds. I can direct them in such a way that they are healthy, fit, and whole. As the peaceful self, I can do the same with my emotions and the same with my thoughts. I have this body, but I am not this body. I have these emotions, but I am not these emotions. I have these thoughts, but I am not these thoughts. Who am I? I am the peaceful self. We are the peaceful self. All is peace. All is one.